Hey plant fam, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jaclynn. This is my jungle, and if you're not new here, well, I appreciate you for still being here, for coming back, for being a subscriber, for being awesome. You don't even know how much I love you. So today I'm just chilling in the plant room, and I thought that it would be fun to give you guys some quick little growth updates on some of my plants, some new leaves that I'm really excited about, and then maybe we'll do some plant chores. I have a whole thing of moss perlite that I've already got mixed up, so I really just don't have any excuses to not moss pull some of these plants. They are in desperate need, but I thought it would be fun to just kind of give you a little update on the status of some of the plants in here. I'm feeling like the plant room is still a work in progress. I have some stuff coming to hopefully help make it feel a little bit more complete in here, and then I would love to give you guys a full tour. I know I'm the worst. I'm really just kind of a perfectionist about it, and I just wanted to look the way that I want it to look before we go showing you the whole space. But let's get into some of the new growth. I've uppotted a ton of my Anthurium, and they're growing like crazy. So I also just propagated a bunch of my philodendron. So I've got some strawberry shake cuttings, pink princess cuttings, white princess cuttings, red Anderson. So all of my philo got a big chop. A bunch of my Hoya are getting a big chop. My Monstera elbows, Orias, stuff like that. In case you didn't notice my elbow, I'll show you. She's looking much smaller. I did take some cuttings off of her. I can actually pop that footage in here for you guys now, because I did film me chopping my Monstera elbow because it was so emotional and just sentimental for some reason that I felt wrong not filming it. So I'm going to show that to you guys, and I'm going to get into showing you some of the new growth that's going on in here, and then we're going to pick a plant, we're going to repot it, and get it up on a moss pole. So this is just a day. This is just what I do. This is what my life is. I jump around. My ADHD is let's repot this plant. Now let's go and do that thing. And then this thing. Some things need to be watered. All this stuff. Lots of chores need to happen in here today. So I'm going to take you along for the ride, and I hope that you enjoy it. So let's get into it. Alright, I'm going to start with the shelves behind me here, because I feel like that's what you see most of. So a lot of these plants are Anthurium, in case you couldn't tell, but some of them have recently been repotted, like this dark crystal Bessier hybrid that I snagged well over a year ago now down in Tennessee on our last trip. It was definitely overdue for a repot, so I repotted it. I uppotted it quite significantly. So my Bessier AFF put out this leaf. She got beat on her way out, which is kind of sad. But I don't know, she's just I think she's ready to be repotted so that I can figure out why this is happening. I don't know if it's under fertilizing or over fertilizing. I want to say under, because I feel like maybe the moss is just like not doing it. It's just like not the best. And that's part of the reason why I like just keeping them in a soil mix, to be honest with you. This is a newer one. The camera doesn't pick up on it, I don't feel like, but you guys, it's literally sparkly. I wish that you could see how it sparkles. It's just, you have to come see it in real life. This is the Pap Orchid hybrid that was crossed with itself. So obsessed with her. No new growth on her. If anything, the new growth came in when I got her. The leaf was all shriveled up, so she's like totally cooked now, totally done for. But she'll put out a new one fairly soon. I'm confident about that. My Queen Ex Bessier is putting out new leaves. I think I may have accidentally skipped a fertilizing or too many on some of my Anthurium. So if you're seeing some of this yellowing, I'm pretty sure that that's what it's about, is a nutrient deficiency usually when that happens. So we also repotted this Hoya recently together. One half is doing great and the other half looks like this. So I'm not really sure, but this part of it looks fine. This is the Hushkliana outer variegated. So I'm not exactly sure. Metallicum hasn't done anything. This is the newest leaf out on my, what are you, Pallidiflorum? I want to say, yeah, Anthurium Pallidiflorum. This one is from Woohoo Tropicals. And this leaf is just super velvety and really long and really nice. So that's the newest leaf on her. This is a newer Anthurium that I unboxed. I forget what, it might be a no ID. If there's no tag. No, it's a Pap X Dress. She's got a new leaf coming out in the back there. My Forgetii is working on 2 inflows. So I'm going to wait for those to do their thing, and then your girl is like a million years overdue for an up pot, and I feel like she's going to get bigger and like really take off. She's not super dark, but she's really nice little Forgetii. I did have pollen that I collected off of her as well, and I had it in the freezer, and then I put it onto my crystallinum over here, and it looks like it's dying. So I don't think it took. So I don't know, maybe if there was an issue with the pollen from being in the freezer. I had it with me when I moved, so maybe like it got ruined. I did put it in the cooler when we moved, but it was also really hot and gross in the truck, so I genuinely don't know. But we can try again. She also needs a repot. She's got like absolutely insane roots. There's a new leaf there on the Wenlingerii. She might look the same as the Pallidiflorum, but I'll bring her over here to kind of do like a little side by side so you could see like the Pallidiflorum is super velvety and the Wenlingerii isn't. But she does have a new leaf, and she is just as beautiful. But that velvety leaf is stunning. So, what else? My Hoya Mathilde has been obviously growing and loving life. She's always growing and loving life. She hasn't bloomed again for me yet, but the ones that I have in the window have for sure. This is another one that's in moss. This is a no ID Anthurium that needs to be repotted because I struggle to keep the watering right on it when it's just in moss. This leaf came out looking all haggard, so that's unfortunate. But I did also just recently repot my Magnificum. I just stepped in water. Lovely. I'm trying to like keep my body out of the way of the light over here. So yeah, I repotted her recently, and she's working on a new leaf. Over there, Linearis is doing really well. Lots of new growth on here. Happy to report that she's doing well. Silver Blush Doriaki is putting out a new leaf since I upped it. I have that one in moss perlite for now, and then I will, that was before I started like putting everything in a chunky soil. So I don't know, I put her in the moss perlite because she was in moss perlite, but I think I'll up-pot her next time into a soil mix. This is the Queen Waterberryanum. I definitely need to swap out that old moss as well. And then, you guys, my favorite plant. I'm pretty sure she's just like my favorite, period. This is my Anthurium Papilliminum Woo 6 crossed with Ace of Spades Dark from Woohoo Tropicals, and she's just perfect. Look at that chocolatey leaf. She's almost like iridescent to a degree, and she will harden off to be very, very dark if you see her older leaves here. I also recently up-potted her, and this leaf is just insane. So I'm really hoping that she's gonna go into caterpillar soon, because oh man, would I love to self her. I've considered crossing her with like another like long and dark babe, but honestly she's just so good on her own that I would love to self her. She's so good. Anyway, we also repotted my Hushkliana intervariegated Hoya together, and she's doing really, really well, looking really nice and full in here. I repotted all of these Anthurium recently. This is half of my Dock Block Michelle. This leaf is like, needs to go on the outside of the pot. Really cute. This is the PAP BVEP G and Green and Wavy crossed with the PAP something. I don't know. All I know is I think this one's really, really beautiful. And I love it. And I also repotted it recently, and it's got a new leaf. Same thing with this one. This is BVEP Export crossed with PAP RLFS. Growing and thriving for me. This is just the NSE Port X PAP RLFS. Definitely needs to be up-potted. She's growing like crazy and is in still like just like a moss perlite. The Levichii back there has a new leaf as well. Tortum is always growing. Some of these are newer that I don't know if I've actually unboxed with you yet, because I've unboxed quite a few things that I haven't shown you yet. So I'm just gonna kind of like skip over this shelf. I'll show it to you, but I'm gonna skip over it for now and show you my Forgetii like little babies, Forgetii X Self babies, and they're so cute. They're doing so well. I've sold quite a few of them, but as you can see, I still have quite a bit more. They are listed up in my Palm Street shop. They are currently $10. Snag them while you can at this price, because in a few weeks I will be taking them out of here and potting them up individually into larger containers. So they'll be just like a little bit more expensive. Not a lot a bit more, just a few dollars, but still snag them now if you want to for that $10 price. I have some more just various seeds growing in here. A couple of things from Fontanimal. I have some cuties in here that I recently repotted. This is just a PAP crossed with another PAP, so it's just a PAP, and it's really cute. So just a couple of little itty bitty babes hiding in here. Things are kind of a bit of a disaster. Certain things over here I cannot show you because you haven't seen them yet. I think that my Silver Blush just recently put out this leaf too. This is one of those ones that you guys are always asking me about. Anthurium Silver Blush. She needs to be up-potted soon as well so that her leaves can size up. If your Anthurium leaves are not sizing up, you need to up-pot it. Oh, you can kind of see how she glitters. Oh, she looks so glittery. So glittery on my end, but it's so hard to see on yours. You can kind of see it. You see it? Sparkle? Oh my goodness. Look at them. They're sparkly. She's just like rivaling. That's again the Pap X Queen. But this one's just got that like chocolatiness to it. I'm very, very excited to see what the next emergent leaf is going to look like on this one because I haven't experienced it yet. So we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. But so far, the jury's out on these two. Let me know which one is your favorite, the Pap Ace of Spades or the Pap Queen. Okay, so then over here is where I have a lot of my what used to be smaller Monstera, but they're starting to get a little bit too big for this space. Like this elbow is outgrowing this space. Most of these are elbows except for this little mint Monstera. My cat is at the door yelling. And it's finally put out a new leaf. I repotted it and it's finally put out a new leaf. So hopefully she's gonna just like take off now. I don't know if it's just like a slow grower or what, but I've been waiting for quite some time for a new leaf on that one. So a lot of my Monstera elbows are putting out new leaves. Back here, the Monstera Peru new leaf has hardened off so you can kind of see the variegation on her better. Super cute. Saw some of those at the store earlier today. And then the Anthurium have pretty much taken over the rest of this. I'm not gonna lie to you. So these are all a bunch of seedlings that I recently repotted, like this cute little red crystal, NSC X Tazula red crystal. This King of Spades X Open from Fontanimal is absolutely insane. Really, really cute. Some of these are newer. I think that you guys have seen these ones. I genuinely don't know. You've seen this one, the Regale X Bess. This one I've had for a little while. This is Regale X GG, Nigrolaminum GG. This leaf is huge. Absolutely massive. My cat's singing a song for you outside the door. So this is a new leaf on this guy. This is the Long Bullet X Pap. This is the new leaf out on the Pap X Carla from Woohoo. She got a little bit dinged on her way out, but I think she was working on this leaf when it was shipped to me, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know. I'm not really surprised by it. The other one got a little shriveled, so she's still getting used to her home here. I recently repotted this guy. This is the Doc F2 X Bessier. Super cute. I have a duplicate of that back here. Repotted both of those recently. This is a no ID from Woohoo, and this new leaf is so good. I'm almost positive there's Nigrolaminum in here because it's giving. But you guys, I've repotted like almost everything right here that you're looking at, and I'm just totally obsessed. All right, so then down here we have some like newer stuff and some stuff that I just repotted. I had to move things around. Here's what it's looking like. I might repot this guy today and get him up on a moss pole. I haven't decided yet. This is my variegated silver sword. Here's all of the philodendron that I chopped that I was telling you about that they look so sad. It's just like sticks. sad stick plants. But yeah, a lot of my philodendron are doing really well. My bicolors got a new leaf. The elegans has a new leaf. The polypodioides keeps on breaking its new leaves because they get like all those little like fingers get stuck in the sheath, and it keeps on pushing and pushing and pushing, and it ends up like breaking the petiole. It's happened twice now. I don't know if you could see that, but I don't know. I think I need to repot that one as well. I tried to repair the last leaf and it still fell off, as you can see. It did not work, but the elegans here is working on a new one as well. It's taking a really long time to unfurl though, so hopefully it comes out okay. And some of my Hoya are definitely taking off. I'm going to show you the cabinet out in the living room in a minute here. There's some new growth going on out there, but my Hoya chicken farm, if you could see her back here, my Hoya chicken farm is working on a little bloom. So I'm excited to see that. I haven't seen it. I think it's bloomed for me before. There's like one hiding back here. Kind of can't see it right now. but I missed it. I didn't even know that it bloomed. So I'm excited to like actually see this one because it's like out here. And there's just like, ugh, mealybugs. You guys, I cannot escape the freaking mealybugs. They're so annoying. But anyway, I've got my sport variegated Monstera in the window here. Lots of Hoya in the window here. We repotted that Prolynura together recently. Lots of stuff going on over here. I have an elbow on the floor over here. That is my cute little plant stand that I got off of Temu. I also just got some metal rods to use as shelving, not shelving, like to hang the plants, like a metal thing, a bar to hold the plants. So we're gonna do that soon, and then yeah, that should be good. That should help kind of try and organize things in here a little bit. And I am gonna be taking this cabinet, I think, out of this room and putting it in the bedroom so that I can have a little bit more space here, because my desk is a mess. I'll just say it's bad. It's really bad. So if I could like have more space here to like just put, we have like a little skinny table, I think that's going to be better for me, and I can have a little bit more surface area to work with. But I've got a ton of Hoya going on in here. I've kind of been purging them. I think one of my favorites that I would love to show you right now that's in here is the Dr. IBOK. Put out this new leaf. My cat got to it. But it's really, really pretty. The camera's just like not going to do it any justice. I didn't really understand the appeal until I had one, if I'm going to be honest with you. But I do have some pretty nice stuff in here. Lots of growth going on in here. Nothing really to get too excited about though. So there is that. I'm going to show you the Hoya out in the living room. Like I said, my Paradoxa is doing really well since I repotted it in here. And then I had just some seedlings in here, my BVEP. Oh, that new leaf is so good, so good, so good. I don't know about you guys, I just really love Anthurium emergents. They're so good. So I have a lot of little babes in here that have recently been up potted. Some of them still need to be, and we're getting it done. We're getting a lot of repotting done. I've bought a lot of soil and things like that recently. So that is a little update in here. I'm going to run out into the living room and show you some of the new growth going on in the Hoya cabinet that I noticed like yesterday and that I got excited about. So let's go and check that out and see if my cat is still out here hollering. Oh, there he is. All right, so here's the living room Hoya cabinet, and I was in here watering things yesterday and noticed that there is some really nice new growth. So in case you guys missed my most recent like favorites video and you did not see this Hoya obscura variegated, the new leaves are coming in even more on top there, and they're so pretty. They're so pretty. But I'm loving this Dischidia too in here, this new growth on it. It's really creamy and cute. I waited so long for this thing to finally start growing. And then something I was excited about though is this guy. Look at that new leaf. I think this is the Nong Nooch, which is my favorite Hoya name ever because it sounds ridiculous. And I imported this, I don't even know how many years ago. It really did nothing, absolutely nothing. It did this like cluster of blooms thing and it never put out a leaf, and it finally has put out a leaf right here. And I'm pretty excited about it, I'm not gonna lie. And then here is my pubic helix, you guys, pink silver. I've had her for a little while. I haven't had her for too long. And she hasn't done anything for me, but look at that new leaf right there. She's got a whole new vine, 2 new leaves, it looks like, maybe, potentially. And she's working on like all this new stuff here. So I'm just really, really obsessed with this. Don't be surprised if you see this in my August favorites video, because look at that leaf. And they get sun stressed, like purple. Silver variegation a lot of the time will turn like pink or purple when you sun stress it. And I'm just so obsessed with her. She was not cheap, but I have seen the prices come down a little bit. If you want like a decent sized plant, they are still a little bit pricey, but they're not like crazy expensive like some Hoya can be. And then this guy's been growing too. This is a no ID, was labeled as Svetlana, but it was mislabeled, so I don't actually know what it is. This guy has been growing. Ooh, was not looking. This guy's been growing, and of course there's mealybugs on it. Why wouldn't there be? This is the Hoya Nicotine. Love that one. And then the other thing that I got excited about in here, which one was it? There was another one. Maybe it was this one. I was just really excited to see new growth on because it hadn't grown. Oh, and then my Polynura Albo. Oh, this one too. Look, Calistophylla from Indonesia has got a new tendril. So lots of things in the works in here. My Polynura Albo finally is putting out some new growth here, so that's exciting. I think I'm going to take it off of the stick and just let it grow as a trailing plant. Let it go crazy. Let it grow wild. Super cute. It's getting too tall for in here anyway. But that is a lot of what's going on in here new growth wise. Some of my favorite Hoya are in this cabinet and some are not doing great. I don't know what it is with me and Lacanosa. Sometimes I think they're a little bit more thirsty maybe than other Hoya, but that is a lot of what's going on in here. I have some of my favorite blue rocks in here. In case you were wondering, this is sugared fluorite, but I'm not going to show you all my rocks as well unless you're curious about it. But that is some of the new growth in my cabinet there, and that's really all I wanted to show you for new growth. So let's go and do some more plant stuff. Okay, fam, so that is my neon queen up on her pole. She's looking real sad right now because she was a trailing plant, so all her leaves are like, they look like they're flopped over in this position because she was previously hanging. But we shall see. We shall see. I will obviously keep you guys updated. I might propagate the top here and put it back down in the bottom to kind of fill out the bottom. The pole is quite large for the pot, but I need to get some larger pots. I just didn't really have the right size, so that is why I put the pole all the way down to the bottom, or else this is going to get insanely heavy and it's not gonna hold up on its own. I learned my lesson the hard way with a philodendron, that the pole just keeps on coming up out of the dirt. So the pole goes all the way down to the bottom of the pot, and from here down there's soil in the pole. The moss and perlite doesn't start until up here. So I know you guys are going to ask me, so I will leave everything linked down below. The moss poles, the moss, the perlite I snagged from a friend of mine. I think they sell it over at the Plant Ward if you guys are in Massachusetts, but it's number 3 perlite that you can snag on Amazon. You can get all of this stuff on Amazon, and I will leave it linked down there for you. These pots you can get on Amazon too, but I get them off of Temu, as well as like the moss poles, the tape, which I can't seem to find my gardener's tape, so I had to borrow from other plants. So that's why I only have 2 here, or else I probably would have added another one just to try and perk her up a little bit. She's looking a little sad, but stay tuned. I will give you guys updates. We're going to do this with my Jaclynn Pothos. We're going to do this with a Marble Queen that I have as well. So hopefully you can get all of my Epipremnum up on a pole and get them really big and fenestrated. This is a newer cultivar in case you missed it. So I'm a really big fan. I think she's really cute, and I'm excited to see if we can get her to grow. Obviously, she's not looking great right now, but we'll see. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed all of my little updates on my plant babies and hanging out with me while I tried to get the camera angle to show you what I was doing. So let me know in the comments below if you want to do more repotting videos, like proper sit down and repot with me, and I can definitely get that done with you guys. So if you enjoyed this video, you should definitely give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm going to keep it really short and really simple for you. If you watched this whole entire video, leave me some yellow and green heart emojis in honor of my neon queen, sending her all the good vibes with your emojis so that she attaches to this pole and hopefully will grow. I've seen big hanging baskets if you're interested in her as a hanging basket at the big box store, but she's really cute and I really like her. So that is it for this video. So I love you guys. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are out there in the world. Don't forget to spread kindness. Don't forget to drink your water. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.